Okay, here's the finished product. And this is Mabel. She's going to be the first one to use the pig mansion that we just got done building. We got to decide where I'm going to put the pig mansion that I just built. I'm thinking probably right in here somewhere. Afternoon, folks. Scott here at Wattsway Farms. Thanks for tuning into a new farm video. Today's video, we're going to be building a pig hutch for our sows to give birth in. Now, we're a pasture-raised farm operation. We do everything on farm, rotational, etc. But when it comes time for our mama pigs to give birth, we do confine them to a 32 feet by 32 feet pen and let them farrow in that. Now we run hot wire on the inside so that they maintain their hot wire training. The piglets are hot wire trained from birth, and they learn how to do a nipple water from a barrel water, and we just feel that's safer. It keeps the little piglets from wandering out. We've got a couple dogs that would love to get hold of them, in the farm, in the evenings, coyotes, whatever. We just, I don't know, we stick with pens. In the past, we've used these pig hutches from a design from Jordan over at Farm Builder, and been more or less happy with them. I mean, they're not the collapsible ones like what he built, but they're not too terrible to move through the farm with the tractor. But at the end of the day, we just feel they're a little too open and exposed to the elements. I mean, we're in central Georgia now, and it gets kind of cold here in the winter. We had a good bit of snow last year, not like you'd see in the northern climates, but enough that we want a little bit more protection. So the pig hutch we're building today, I don't have any plans for it. It's been kind of in my mind. Been building it in my head for a couple of years now, the design, and I sketched it out. I'd show you the sketch, but looks like something a fifth grader or a kindergartner drew, and it just doesn't speak to it. So I'll show it to you as we go. In the parts list that I used and what the ended up cost being and everything else. And the reason I'm going to do that at the end, not now, is because I probably over purchased on the supplies a little bit. Because again, I'm not 100% sure how it's going to build. I've got an idea in my head, but again, as we begin to start, screwing and nailing and cutting boards, it'll probably change a little bit. I was designing this in my head over the last couple of years. I wanted to build that maximized lumber use and minimize cut. So basically, the only lumber for this is two 4x4s that'll act as skids, because this thing's going to be pretty big and pretty heavy. It's going to have to be dragged with a ATV or the tractor. You're not going to pick this up. And then a bunch of 2x4s. That's all pressure treated. For hardware, the hinges, and then most of these screws and everything are for the hinges. I kind of went big on the hinges because the idea of the doors, and you'll see as it comes together, this build's going to make it easy to get into the front and the back, and you'll see why as it comes together. And then for the top, I'm just using these roofing panels. I actually had planned on buying just the galvanized 10 panels that'll, the ones that'll cut you like a razor. And these were $3 more. And I'm starting with 7 sheets, which I think I'm gonna need all 7. So 21 extra bucks for this, but this is like a PVC material. It's a little bit lighter and it's not gonna cut you. And then 2 3/4 inch plywood for the front and the back. And that's it. Let's get to cutting. All right, Harry.
Okay, that's 2 inches, but he wishes he would have done about 1.5 inches.
So I cut a 45 off of each corner and then came back 2 inches and cut that off flush. My thought is then that gives me a little bit of a spot to attach the eye bolts that the chain will go to, or rope, to help move this through the pasture. So basically this thing is going to be huge, 8 foot by 8 foot square. And since my plywood is 8 feet long, I'm going to need to cut the front and back 2x4 down a little bit so that my width stays at that 8 foot. So 8 foot's 96 inches. A 4x4 is actually only 3.5 on each side. So I need to cut these down to 89 inches. So that way, once I attach those to the inside of the 4x4, I've got 8 feet from one side to the other, which should match up perfectly with my sheet of plywood for the front and the back. All right, so to connect these 4x4s to the 2x4 on the end, I've got these 6-inch lag screws to go all the way through to help prevent splitting. I'm gonna pre-drill first. All right, you can stop it. So we've got a 8 foot by 4 feet sheet of plywood that I want to try to cut an arch in, using as much wood as possible. So I've got this little screw in the middle and this string, but then I don't know, I started thinking about it, and to hold this exactly straight seems like it'll be a challenge. They probably make a special tool for this that I don't own. So what I did was I just measured and I put a series of tick marks at 48 inches all the way around to help kind of guide my pencil. Let's see how this works, if this works. All right, so here's my arch. I didn't film me using a jigsaw because that's quite embarrassing. I'm not great with that. Saved myself the humiliation of that, but for a pig hutch, I think not too bad. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to show up, but here's my arch. And what I've done is I drew a line down the center, and if you can see this black line right here, I'm going to cut that out. I'm gonna go ahead and make my doors basically. So that's gonna be the door. And the idea is that will then open and sit flat against the other side, so we can like screw it open. Because if you prop the door open, it'll take a day before the pigs will tear that off. And so with this 1.5 inch notch sitting on that. Okay, so for this side, I don't know if front or back, don't matter, it's going to be the same on both ends, because I recessed this in a little bit to handle my my skid. I want the plywood to sit on front of that, so I think I need to notch, I'm guessing like 1.5 inches down, so that it'll sit right there flush and attached to the front of that 2x4. That means the bottom, this will be 2 inches off the ground. And then what I did was I made this door 8 inches off the ground, so for a total of 10 inches will be the bottom of the door. And my thought is there'll be a little bit of bedding in here. We'll put some hay or whatnot. And then my hope is that this 8 inches or so will be enough to keep the piglets contained for their first week or so. This will be a pretty big shelter, so I would think keeping them in here for a week will be good. So here's the 2 arches very loosely attached. I'm not going to win any carpentry contest with this, but you get the general idea. The door here, and the idea was I needed it to shut flat. So now when the side that's in the pigs, I can bolt this up, because if you propped it open like this or whatever, I'd use it as a rubbing post, scratching post, and it'd quickly rip it off its hinges. So there I figure out some way to fasten that open when it's in there. And then we've got a door on the back as well. All right, so it's starting to get dark. Getting this done in one day was, I knew it was going to be a long shot, but I got the ribs in, and basically it took me a few minutes to do some ciphering to figure out the spacing. But at the end of the day, these are 21 3/4 of an inch apart. I'll do basically a 3 groove overlap on that siding, and if my math is right, it should work out to within 3/4 of an inch all the way around. But good progress today. I'm going to put some cross bracing in these corners, I think, to help sturdy it up. And I don't know if I want to come between these with, it's a lot of cutting, with some cross braces and on. I probably won't. Now I am going to put, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to put a bump bar down here across this edge and across that edge, so that the piglets will be safe from mama wanting to get on the corner and lay it on. But we'll pick this back up. All right, so here's the almost finished product. I've got the siding on the top, and then this semi-clear one on the very, very top. I didn't do a, started thinking about this, and you know, the whole purpose of the double doors is this end will be inside the pig pen. This end will be out. So if you needed to get to the piglets, I purposely, you know, made this high enough to where I think that newborn piglets won't be able to get over it. I mean, I've thought about, I may put a little roller bar, piece of rebar with just a PVC right here to kind of help discourage them even more. But the idea is, once the piglets are born, you know, we castrate soon. And if we need to, for our registered ones, if we have to ear notch them, the idea is you can feed the mama out in her pen, get her out, shut the door, and then come back here and get in and do what you've got to do to the pigs. Well, sorry, I think it'd be kind of dark in there. So with this clear one, it lets a good bit of light in, but I didn't want just plain, it's not really clear. I guess it's a solar tint, because also this will be shade during the summer. So this was a UV blocking one, something or another. So I don't know, it was $22, so it was a little pricey, but I think it'll do what it needs to do. So I'm gonna put the latches on, and then I think I'm gonna grab a couple of the wheels, if you saw my chicken tractor video, off the chicken tractor for there and there to make moving a little bit easier. And here's the finished product, ready to move out into the pasture. I attached a couple eye bolts right here, so I do a chain and hopefully move it with the tractor. Now I borrowed these wheels and that bolt off of my chicken tractor. This is just temporary. They're not really long enough, but I forgot to get longer bolts when I went to Home Depot earlier. But this should get us out into the pasture, and then I will redo it. I got the door latches on. I don't know if I've showed you that yet. I added a little bit of blocking to the back. Got one on each side. So then we'll call it done.